Hi all, it's me Ryan here. Today we are going to take a look at this. As you can see, we're out at the bus stop right now with traffic flowing right beside us. So the main reason why we are doing this today is because we are comparing a whole bunch of bus apps over here. I'll list them on the screen right now. And to see which one of them is most accurate and which one of them are like the most feature-rich one that you can use. There's some bus apps in Singapore don't actually work very well, or sometimes they're just totally not in, and sometimes they're just totally inaccurate. And some of them just really lack features. So we're gonna take a look over here. Alright, so we have all the bus apps here. So how this test will work is we're gonna time how long the bus, we're gonna use all these apps to just see how long the bus will come. Either it's bus 2 or 29 to see how long it will take to come. It will see which one here will show a bit of a delay or which one is most accurate in terms of the timing. And if you can see, if you look at the phones right here, some of them are Android phones, we have one iPhone. This doesn't really affect as all of them are using mobile data, and it doesn't really depend on the performance of the phone to actually see when the bus time is coming. It depends on the server where the bus apps are corresponding to. So in that case, let's get this test started. Let's go. Has arrived.
No.
Right now we're back at the studio, so from here we're going to take a look at a few things. We're going to compare all the bus apps except for Google Maps, as that's already pre-installed onto most phones. You're going to see how the UI is, the downloads, and then the amount of reviews there is, like whether is it 4.4 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars. You're going to take a look at that. Then we're going to see like generally setting up the app and what flaws I find with the apps when using them. So let's get into that right now. Using MyTransport SG with 3.5 stars ratings and 100k downloads is the most featured app by LTA. With a built-in guide to give quite a lot of info about bus arrival timings for buses, whether they are full, single or double decker information for the buses too. Setup is quite well guided and user friendly. There's also no ads in this bus app, which is quite useful as you won't be draining that much data wasted on ads. There's also a very nifty function where it can prompt you when the bus arrives via a notification. However, the only can be a downside or an upside for other people. For me, I find it's an upside since I have a lot of mobile data, is that the bus app has auto loading, so it will auto refresh for the latest bus timings, which can be a plus and a minus for other people. Let's say if a lot of data is fine, if you have not much data, this might be an issue for you. Okay. I also like to see if let's say this bus app can give you more information other than just 2 buses, and sometimes I like to see when the 3rd bus is arriving so I can plan my routes. Well, now for Bus at SG. Bus at SG has 4.2 stars and 100k download. It's simple to use and straightforward. All you need is just to key in your favorite bus stops, add them to your favorite list, and well, it'll be done. There is a lack of auto refresh for this, and it can't really tell you whether the bus is single or double decker, but it does tell you normal information whether the bus is full or wheelchair accessible. There is however ads on this bus app, but then it doesn't really intervene in what you do, just one small corner at the bottom of the screen, so I'll say that's overall quite fine. Now for Bus Lamp, it has 4.3 stars and over 500k downloads. Okay, it's quite feature rich with an interesting way to check the bus stop, like to get information about the bus stop bus arrival timings by using your phone camera to scan the bus stop number, and it will tell you through the app, which is quite useful for people who don't really like having to key in the bus stop number onto the app. Yes, it has quite the normal features like to tell you whether the bus is full, single or double decker buses, and wheelchair accessible. Overall, it's quite a simple app also with non-intervening apps like Bus at SG, where the ads are just at the bottom of the screen and don't really take up the entire screen space. Now we have Google Maps. Well, I'm not gonna even bother to try to see the reviews and the downloads for this, as obviously most Android phones out there already has Google Maps pre-installed, so the download figure will be technically not accurate. So it's probably one of the simplest to use app as it's pre-installed for all Android phones, so the installation process doesn't need to be done. It's quite simple to use. Let's say you're navigating from one end of Singapore to the other end of Singapore, you need to know how to get there via bus, or let's say you're trying to go out somewhere and you're using Google Maps just for it. But if you're just using it to check for bus timings and not using it for navigation, it's not that useful, as you can't set your favorite bus stop and set notifications for when the bus is arriving. So overall, Google Maps is good if you say you're transporting from one area to another area and not just using it to check for buses solely. SG DrBus has 4.5 stars and 100k downloads. The app is quite straightforward, similar to Bus at SG, with additional features which allow you to set routes and auto updates, bus timings as well, which is quite nice. Though there's not much ways to save like the bus stop you want onto the home screen of the app without like setting a route, which is a bit of a hassle, I find. So it's quite similar bus app to Bus at SG with auto updating features for the bus arrival timings, but it does lack some features in certain ways. Now for the SBS bus app, it has 3 stars rating on Google Play Store and well over 1 million downloads. Yes, this is quite a largely used app judging by the downloads. It's quite a decent app designed by SBS to give you the opportunity to give feedback, plan journeys, and see shops available at certain bus stops and MRT stops, which is quite useful, I would say. More features is always better. It tells you the bus is single or double decker as per usual, wheelchair accessible, and the load of the bus, basically how many people are in there. With additional features such as if there's a route diversion on the bus route. The bad points about this app is like when you try to load arrival timings, that one takes a while to load, maybe a few seconds more than other bus apps out there. There's also not much ways to favorite a bus stop, so you can't really like edit to your home screen easily, unlike other bus apps such as Bus at SG and My Transport SG. So this is a bit of a negative point there. Now, for the bus app with the most amount of features, this easily goes to My Transport SG bus app. You can use it for more than just bus transportation. You can use it for checking ERPs, the parking rates, like see how many lots are available in parking lots. It's quite a well diverse app, but the only downside is that if you say you are a user that get confused really easily, this app might not be for you, as there's a lot of features that you may not even use and get confused with. For middle of the ground bus app, that's good for like people who want some features but also not way too much. Like I'll recommend SG Bus Live, and it's quite a good app. A lot of people do use it, and it's quite simple UI without too many additional features that you may not use if you're just using it purely for a bus app. Okay, now for this very simplest bus app to use, that will easily go to Bus at SG. It's a very simple bus app, quite reliable, simple interface, and generally very easy to set up. So here are the 3 tiers of bus apps. Generally, I've been using Bus at SG for the longest time. I just switched to My Transport SG as I do want to have the auto loading feature and more information whether it's a single or double decker bus that Bus at SG does not provide. But Bus at SG has been the app that has been around for a longer period of time. Alright guys, so if you all enjoyed this video, like this little experiment to see which bus app is actually the best and which one you should use or which one you should avoid. If you all enjoyed, please do leave a like, subscribe, share, comment down below. If you want us to do a bit more experiments of other bus apps or maybe transportation apps, feel free to comment down below, then we'll try to get it done eventually. So huge thanks to my cameraman behind. His Instagram will be linked over here. He's quite good at doing it. He's quite good at filming, I'll say. So with that, I'll say peace out.